So I'm an introvert, and I also have social anxiety. It's two things that I have. I'm also an empath, so I really do care about my space, and I really do care about my energy, and I really care about how much time I spend with people. So because of that, I know my boundaries. I know consent. I know who I want to be in my bubble and who I don't want to be in my bubble at any given time. And I will express it. If you've known me in real life, you know, if you've been in with me at certain spaces and places, you know that I will be the introverted, socially awkward kid hanging out with you, but I'll be super socially awkward and I'll be super like, give me my space kind of person, right? I'll be totally introverted and I will let you know when I need to peace out. My social battery has gone to 0. And so I know all of this about myself, and I will enact these things. I'm not famous. I do get it recognized here and there for my TikTok following and sometimes my Instagram following and whatever. But for the most part, I am not famous, and I do not choose to be, ever. But even I, as a normal person, understand boundaries, understand consent. I've been in rooms with people of influence. Now, again, I am an introvert with social anxiety. So obviously I'm not going to just go up to these people all the time and harass them. It's not something I want to do. It's not something I think is cute. If I am near them and they're willing and I ask and they are willing to take a picture or give a hug or be nice, that's cool. But I'm not going to harass them all day and act like they're my, personal whatever, and that I need to just be around them 24/7, and that I need to get a picture from them all the time, and they need to be nice to me all the time. They don't have to do any of those things, like whatever. And you can say, oh, but you pay their bills. Like if it wasn't for the fact that you pay attention to them, you watch their movies, you listen to their music, you whatever, they wouldn't even have a career. So at that point, you pay their bills, they should be nice to you, right? Wrong. Absolutely wrong. Now, while we give in to them and we do help them and we do make sure that they make a living because we do support their media in any shape, form, whatever, they still do not owe us in that way. And I think some of you have gotten a little too loopy and need to chill out. And yes, this has everything to do with the chaperone situation. I think that she has every right to say that y'all need to chill out. You need to learn boundaries, you need to learn consent, and you need to relax. And some of you don't understand what social anxiety is, or what being an introvert is, or what being an empath is, and you don't get it, and you don't understand that sometimes we just need our space, and you can't invade it, and that's not cool. And I know that there's a lot of you who grew up on the internet, who went through the last 4 years where, we were in the panini, we were in the Ponder Replay, and, we were stuck in the house, and the only way we could interact with each other was on the internet. So we felt extra close to these people of influence because they were on the internet all the time, and they were around, and they were giving us content, and they were just being in our face all the time. And so we think that we're super close to them, and we think we know them really well, when we don't know them at all. At all. And so we need to stop prying into their life and acting like we know them so much. It's cool to support them. It's cool to want to, support their music, their movies, their TV show, whatever it is. It's cool to want to support them in that way. It's cool to go and get a meet and greet with them. It's cool if you see them, somewhere and, you say hey and they say hey back. It's cool if you do ask for a picture and they are nice and they do give it to you. But if they say no, you just accept that they said no. It's okay. Move on. You don't have to act this way. I don't get it. I don't get it. And maybe because, I do like certain celebrities. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I talk about Hayley Williams on this account and Paramore all the time. Love Paramore. But when Paramore went on their hiatus after Laughter, before This Is Why came out, and they went on that really big stretch of hiatus. Did I miss them as a group? Yes. Did I wish they were putting out new music? Yes. Did I wish they were doing something? Yes. Was I okay that they were taking a break? Absolutely. Did I know that was a good thing for their mental health, for their physical health, for just their overall well-being, so they could come back and give us the best that they could give us? Yes. And did they do that? 100%. And that's something that I think a lot of you need to realize, is that you need to give people grace and space. They do not have to be on your every waking moment, every beck and call, your every whim. Like, they don't have to be there for you all the time, okay? And if they don't want to, you know, take pictures with you, give you a hug, do whatever, they do not have to. If you pay to get something from them, like a hug or a picture, that's one thing. And yes, they need to give that to you because you did pay, and that's not fair. But if it's just like somebody you know who's famous is walking down the street, and they're just walking down the street minding their business, or they're in a grocery store, or they are doing like normal human things, you as a other normal human should have the wherewithal to leave them alone. If you see them and maybe they look at you, like maybe you're passing them by when you're walking, or maybe you're passing them by down an aisle when you're shopping, and they look at you and they see you and you just say, hey, and they say, hey back, and you say, you know, I love your music, or I love whatever, and they're like, that's cool, thank you. And then maybe you ask for, you know, a picture, and they say, yes, that's fine. Or they say, no, not today, you know, I'm just shopping, doing whatever. And you should be like, okay, that's cool, thank you, and move on. It's really not that hard. And I don't understand why it's become that way. I do, because of the internet, and I know there's internet babies out here who don't understand that boundaries exist because you're too chronically online, and there are certain artists out here who have made it a point to make you think that you need to harass these artists, but you don't, okay? So a lot of you need to chill, and that's not just Chaperone, that's a lot of artists. I've been seeing this for a while. Y'all need to relax and leave these artists alone. They don't owe you anything, okay? Yes, they do put out music for you, but they really put the music out for themselves, and they deserve to want to do this. They should want to be movie stars. They should want to make movies. They should want to make music. They should want to do whatever the profession is that they do in the fame sphere. They should want to do this. They should be happy for them. This should be a good time. This should be a good thing. They shouldn't have to feel bad and then not want to do it and then feel like awful about it. Like, that's not fair. And it's actually not cool. And it actually is more detrimental to you as the fan, because then if you drive them away, then the media that you love is gone. So then what did you actually do? You didn't do anything to help yourself. So I just think you guys need to chill, relax, take it easy, and stop acting like that you always have to pay attention to these people. Like, leave them alone, let them live. Let them do them, and let them live their normal lives. Yes, they don't have normal lives. Yes, they're rich. Yes, they're famous. Yes, to a degree, you know, they signed up for this, sure, whatever. But at the end of the day, they are still human, and they still deserve to have an ounce of normalcy, you know? I don't know, that's just me, but I'm an introvert. I have social anxiety, and I'm an empath. So, to be honest, if I ever did become famous, y'all wouldn't even see me ever, because literally, y'all just wouldn't. Y'all would see me in whatever medium I become famous in, and then you would never see me again. I would definitely do a Frank Ocean or a whatever. I would not be out here, and I would not be seen, because absolutely not. Okay, I'm too introverted for that. So yeah, leave these people alone and let them live. It isn't that hard. It really isn't. And if you're gonna act this way, then maybe you need to get off the internet and you need to just relax, because you're doing way, way, way too much.